One of the most memorable hunts I had this season was early on when the girls came and hunted with us. We had an introduction with them the first day, and I could see they're all very nervous. And one of them especially was Casey Olsen, and she turned out to be a great hunter, but initially she looked very nervous. First time in Africa, first hunt. We were actually after some zebra, and we got on some wildebeest tracks, fresh, and we had got to tracked for us, and we probably tracked them for about 1.5 miles, if not more, and eventually led up to this depression, this low area where sometimes in the summer a little bit of water collects there, and we saw these wildebeest out behind some very thick brush in front of us, and we could see that there was a bunch of them. We couldn't see their horns really good, and I glassed for probably 15-20 minutes before we saw that there's a really big bull in there. And we got Casey onto the sticks, and she was shaking, and it was bitterly cold that morning. As luck would have it, the bigger bull, the one that we were after, got into this fight with the younger bull, and they were right behind the bush, and you could see the dust come up, and you could hear them knocking their horns, and it was really close. I think it was 80 yards or something. And I said to Casey, if you get a good shot on this bull, if he comes out, even if it doesn't stand till 100%, because we never know if we're going to get an opportunity. And as that bigger bull just started pushing the younger bull out, I just said, okay, take it, you can shoot it. I got a little bit nervous, and she was standing right next to me, and I just heard her pull that trigger, and the shot went off, and I was looking through my binoculars, and an absolutely perfect shot. And the bull just immediately jumped up, bucked, ran off, and we followed it, and we saw the direction that it ran. And initially I thought it's a great shot, and then as soon as we started walking up on it, there was very little blood. Once we got closer to where we eventually found the animal, there was some good blood. To our relief, obviously the wildebeest was down, had expired, and she was so relieved. She started crying at some point. She was so nervous and so excitement. First hunt in Africa, pretty much the first day in Africa, the first hunting day in Africa. So yeah, that was one of the better hunts for me from the season. And of course, one of my other favorite hunts was when we hunted with Keith and Bart and Josh and Sean. All of them exceptional shots, and the guys from Texas came out here, and their Crown Precision guns was just superb. The optics from 6 Hour was just spot on. So very early on, they asked if they could do some long range hunting, and we set this up one afternoon with the springbuck, and we walked out into this clearing, could see pretty good, and there was this big springbuck ram standing at over 600 yards. So we set up, we got the gun ready, and I know Keith battled for a few minutes to get onto the gun with the sticks, and he was on his knees, and at some point we were asking him if he wants the cooler to sit on. And the long and short of it, we got the scope cam from Phone Scope with my phone, and I sat there with the phone, and we got the animal in line, and Bart ranged, I think it was 677, ranged it, and Keith was on it, and as soon as that orange dot on the scope popped up on there, he said, I got it. And he squeezed the trigger, and through the Phone Scope, I could just see the animal buck really good. Went down and ran off and disappeared. And none of us were convinced that it was a hit. Obviously the bullet might have just gone past him, and that's why he got the fright. And so yeah, we walked over there, and sure as hell, it's laying dead there at 50-60 yards away. Absolutely perfect shot. It's 677, and that's something I'll remember for a long time.